at it again with another podcast episode. I'm your host, John Productions. Today here with...
Mad Jan underscore. How you doing today, John?
High energy content. I'm doing pretty good. I had work. I was really tired.
Whoa.
And then I pressed record, and now I pressed record, right? I did press record, and now I am...
He was very tired, and he was extra tired because he went to work a little early. Talk about it.
I woke up this morning, and I went and got my physical at the doctor.
Are you being physical?
Like the Dua Lipa song?
There's a Dua Lipa song called Physical?
I think so. It's like, let's get physical. That's her, right?
That's Dua Lipa?
Physical Dua Lipa. Yeah. Yeah. I was told that I have perfect blood pressure.
That's good. How do you have...
Mini funny thing that came out of the doctor visit, though, that I'll share is my heart rate, like my pulse, was very high when they recorded it, right? Which normally isn't a good thing. But I just said I was nervous because really I didn't want to tell them what really happened. Basically, what really happened was I really had to shit. And so, like, I took a massive shit. And then immediately when I came out of the bathroom, like, I went in and then they took my pulse right there. So I was, like, hot fighting for my life on the toilet. And
I like
that's
how
why
you didn't want to tell the doctor, which is like, you know, what's it called? Not like
confidentiality. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, thank you.
No,
that's
it's
the
just
word. But
look,
you tell us Spotify, podcast.
Like, they didn't say it was like a problem, right? They were just like, "Oh, you're probably just nervous," and I was like, "Yeah, probably." I'm not gonna look a doctor in the eyes and just be like, "I just laid down the fattest shit," but it's like kind of funny to tell on a podcast and to my friends. So,
Well. Now you guys know the last time John took a shit from the podcast.
And then what's it called? My doctor asked me like if I had any like plans for the summer or whatever, and so I was telling them about how I have friends from other countries coming. And they were like, "Oh, how do you know these friends?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know, like online." She was like, "Oh, do you play online games?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "My husband has been playing that one with Super Earth." And I'm like, "Oh, Helldivers?" And she's like, "Yeah, every night he's always talking about how he's going to save democracy." And I'm like, "Just go do that." She was like, "Normally I'm like into the games he's playing and I'll like watch him, but like I don't care about saving democracy." I was like, "Damn, bro." he's trying to play some Helldivers.
That is what a tell somebody at the doctor's. That's just such an interesting conversation to have, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That reminds me.
How do they know that podcast?
Speaking about interesting conversations, I've got so many topics today, guys. By the way,
you have so many topics.
You should be so proud of me. Speaking about interesting conversations, I don't like men and when people publicly overshare things to strangers.
You just told the entire
I told people
podcast.
I took a shit. That's like normal. That's tame. That's fine. But basically, we were just talking about me being at work. I was at work, right? And this guy came up to me and he asked me if we had any... Oh, fuck. I can't remember the second name. But it was like, if we had any caramel something. And I'd never heard of it. And apparently it's like a candy. And I was like, sorry. Oh, caramel.
Don't you mean caramel?
Caramel creamers, but not like coffee creamer. It's apparently a candy, and I was like, never heard of that in my life, or like caramel creams or some shit. But I was like, yeah, never heard of it. Looked it up. I was like, yeah, it doesn't look like we have it. And I figured that would be it. The person would walk away and I could carry on with my day. But instead, he started explaining why he wanted them, right? And so he was like, yeah, so basically me and my girlfriend are doing this like challenge sort of thing where we got to get like each other's favorite candy, favorite food, and then like something that reminds us of the other person. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, right? And he goes, you want to know what I got her that like reminds me of her? And I was like, sure, what? and he took out a jar of fish or a can of fish and started like laughing, and I figured it was like an inside joke between him and his girlfriend, but I just like chuckled and I was like nice and walked away, right? And I figured that was it and that would have been fine. But then I bumped back into him after a little bit and he was asking me about what's it called, he was asking me about like salmon, because I guess he wanted salmon for bagels, and I was like, nah, that's the only like packaged salmon we have. And then he goes, yeah, dude, and he pulls the like can of fish back out, and he's like, yeah, bro, like this is so funny. And I was like, yeah, man, for sure, totally. And then he goes, I was in between this or in between getting her sausages, because like why. And then it hit me why he was getting a can of fish and saying it reminds him of his girlfriend, and why he wanted to get sausage.
Why was he getting a can of fish?
I'll let you guys figure that one out if you haven't picked up already.
I feel like if you explain, it will maybe like add more to the story.
His girlfriend's pussy stank, bro. Are you happy now? Are you happy? Is that what you wanted?
So Coachella weekend 2 has happened, guys.
So yeah, wait, sorry. So yeah, moral of the story: if you're gonna be weird like that, just don't tell a random employee. We do not care and do not want to know.
Aren't you one of the boys?
No, I'm not one of the boys. I'm one of the girlies.
Oh.
I'm a Coachella girly. That's right, Coachella week 2. Boom.
Nice transition, man. But yes, Coachella weekend 2 has happened, and one thing that did happen was that Renee Rapp kind of forgot that she had a surprise guest.
You sent me that video. That shit is so funny.
The day before she performed, it was 4:20, so people are speculating
which is a totally normal day. Nothing.
Normal day, but like she was wearing sunglasses the entire set, so people were like, maybe she was a little.
It's in the desert, so it's a little sunny.
Yeah. But basically, if you don't know, Renee Rapp has a song called "Tummy Hurts," where she goes, "My tummy hurts," and I'm being wrong one. My tummy hurts, and she's in love with her. Wait, that's not the word.
I thought that was gonna be it. She has a song called "Tummy Hurts" where she's like, "My tummy hurts," and
and basically she did a collab on her deluxe edition of the album, and that was with Coco Jones, and that was her surprise guest. She was nominated. I think she won. Did she win? I feel like she won Grammy's New Artist. 1 second.
Maybe.
Coco Jones.
Grammys, New Artist 2024, R&B album, R&B performance, R&B song, traditional R&B. She was a nominee. Victoria Monet won. She was a nominee though.
But she was a nominee. Anyways, she did a collab with her for her song.
She did win R&B performance though. And that's it. She won R&B performance.
And basically, Renee completely forgot that she was going out, so she just kept singing. But then it wasn't her part to sing, and the music was changing, and she was a little confused on what the fuck was happening. And then and then
Coco Jones came out herself and was like, "Did you forget about me?"
Valid question. To be fair. And that was my Coachella update. What's your Coachella update?
Yeah, so another thing that happened at Coachella, so like we were talking last week about how, the weeks of Coachella are different, right? Like last week, Coco Jones didn't come out. Also last week, Kid Cudi did not perform, but he got added to perform today. Now, have you seen what happened to Kid Cudi or no? Would I be explaining this to you for the first time?
I don't know who Kid Cudi is.
So I would be explaining this to you for the first time?
Yes.
So
as you would to all the viewers as
basically, Kid Cudi, musician, right? He's doing his thing. His name's Scott. That's about all I know about him.
Scott.
And he was performing in his set as most artists do. And, sometimes artists like to get off of the stage and, walk around at like the barrier of the crowd, or there's like sometimes like, a middle walkway they can go through. And so he decides that he wants to go down and perform not on the stage, right? So he starts walking towards the edge of the stage, and then he gets to the end, and he starts getting a little wobbly, but he still commits and he jumps to get off of the stage, but instead of doing like a normal jump where you're gonna like you have a lot of you know when you're like jumping off of something, you have a lot of force and like weight almost in like your legs and your feet, and then you like plant your feet down, right? I'm gonna send you a screenshot of him in midair. You can see his legs are just like limp when he jumped off.
Yeah, so for the viewer listeners, he basically looks like the standing emoji from your phone. Just to give
like
some visual.
like he has no, and I'll send you the video after I explain what happens, but he has like no like weight in his legs, and it feels like when you watch the clip, like all of his weight and like force is in his like torso to like lower torso ass area, right? So he hits the ground and he breaks his ankle.
Oh.
Yeah, he hits the ground and immediately breaks his ankle and has to stop his performance and leave early. Now, I have a complaint about this. If you watch that clip I just sent you, you'll see he jumps off the stage, right? And right as he's about to touch the ground, the camera like juts to the side and you don't see him hit the ground, okay? I have seen 8 different POVs of Kid Cudi jumping off the stage. And each one, the camera either cuts to the side or someone's head moves or something, and you never see him make contact with the ground with the leg that breaks. Because I'm trying to see, like, at what angle he hit it that he just breaks it on impact. And despite being at the biggest festival in the world with everyone with their phones out recording, there is not a single recording of Kid Cudi breaking his ankle.
So are you saying this is conspiracy theory?
I'm saying he didn't break his ankle, and really this was just promo for him being in the new Knuckles show.
Knuckles
Which
show?
I also found out not only existed today, but he is apparently in it. Like,
what is a
like,
Knuckles?
Like Knuckles from Sonic. Yeah, he's in the Knuckles show. What is he doing it? I don't know. I'm pretty. He's not like he's not like a voice actor. Like he's just Knuckles. Or no, he's not Knuckles. He's just him. He's just a guy.
Like they animated himself.
No, he's not animated.
Oh,
like
what?
He's just him.
Oh, so wait, the Knuckles show isn't even animated?
Well, the way the Sonic show, remember, it's sort of like realistic anime. Remember that was the thing where like his teeth yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
So he's just like.
Wasn't there a Shadow movie that just came out?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't keep up on the Sonic cinematic universe, to be honest.
I was never really a Sonic fan.
I never got Sonic because like the games, it seemed like you just ran really fast and collected coins, and I didn't really see like much gameplay going on.
I think the only game I've played of Sonic was the Mario X Sonic Olympics.
Actually, those are fire games though.
You know what has been going around recently?
What's been going around?
Emulators on your phone.
Yes. Well, Android has had this for a while, but the first ever like iPhone emulator just dropped on the Apple Store.
Yes.
So it got very
popular. And I wanted to cook.
Yep.
And I never was able to cook.
Well, I was gonna help you figure that out, and then you said that's too much work.
That is exactly correct.
I used to emulate all the time when I had an Android phone, and then like on my computer I have some emulators. That
what's the number one you go?
If anybody's listening from any of these companies, I have legally purchased the games, and that is how I am running.
This is all hypothetical.
That's yes. My favorite emulator is probably the PS2 emulator that I have.
What do you do with it?
You can just play PS2 games on your PC.
All of them?
Any ones that you have legally yeah, you just like download whatever ROMs online, you just play any PS2 games. Pretty sick. Emulators are like really advanced now. There's like Xbox 360 emulators. Which is crazy cuz like that was around when we were like
still. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just play the Xbox 360 emulator on your PC. Pretty cool.
Huh.
I probably have so many viruses though.
Oh.
Well, not really, because I've been legally downloading everything.
Yeah, because you bought everything.
Because I purchased everything, and I've just taken the disc and put it on my PC. Yeah,
which is legal.
Yep.
Very, very legal.
Nintendo, don't kill me.
Nintendo's the worst. Why would you?
Yeah. So, yeah, Kid Cudi's injury was not pretty, right?
Well, you didn't see it.
But you know what else? You know what else isn't pretty? You know who else isn't pretty? Oh, that reminds me. Sydney Sweeney.
I was trying to think of a person to say, but like it'd be
You don't
just an
want to be mean. Yeah.
insult. Yeah.
Did you see this?
Did I see Sydney Sweeney?
The Sydney Sweeney not pretty thing?
No.
So crazy thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
A famous Hollywood producer, Carol Baum, who is also a woman, and
Ew.
we were just talking about about last week how, like, for some reason in fields where you'd expect like women to like promote other women and push each other up,
We
because
talked about that last week.
yeah, because we were talking about women in esports and how like the one
that was
team
last
like
week?
I'm pretty sure that was last week. Whenever we talked about it, yeah, we were talking about how women in esport. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I don't know. But yeah,
you guys would know because you listen.
So the film industry is another industry where women are constantly trying to think of the words here, but like
a bitch.
They're you know what I mean, like they're like the minority, like they're judged, people count them out, etc., whatever, however you want to say that, right?
Yes.
And this Hollywood producer out of nowhere said, quote, about Sydney Sweeney, she's not pretty, she can't act, why is she so hot? Like, why do all these directors, why does everyone want Sydney Sweeney on their project? She's saying Sydney Sweeney is bad at acting and ugly, and it makes no sense that she's getting jobs. Which is a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, especially like talking the acting thing, like even the scenes in like Euphoria are kind of like, like, whoa, she's a good actor, And apparently her new movie is like a horror movie that she's like a nun in.
Oh yeah,
it's apparently
yeah.
really, really good at the last 25 minutes.
I'm pretty sure I could be just like spreading misinformation here. Wait.
We love spreading misinformation.
Nun movie. I'm trying to make sure. Immaculate Sydney Sweeney. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Maybe I'm pretty sure I heard on on Fearand that like the Nun movie Immaculate or whatever was like one of the first movies to sort of like pick her up or like take a chance on her, but then
didn't she produce it?
Yeah, but then it like I'm pretty sure it ended up not being able to happen, or like they weren't able to sell it or something, and then after she got success she like went back and like paid to produce it. So it was something like that, which is really sick.
That did happen. Yes, I did hear about that. I like I said, I don't know the information exactly. John probably explained it a lot better than I could ever, but apparently it's really good. But I don't like horror movies.
I say I don't like horror movies and horror games, but like I do, but like I don't, but like I do, but like I don't, but like I do. I love the story of horror movies and stuff, but I get scared easily.
I've never really watched a horror movie. My mom does not like horror movies. I remember like whenever a horror movie ad would go on, she'd be like, "Cover your eyes, don't watch." And like now I keep getting like ads for like, what's it called? It's like Abigail? No, that's not what it is.
Abigail is the
newest horror movie, right?
Isn't Abigail? Yeah, Abigail's a horror movie. Yeah, because that's the one with Angus Cloud.
Yeah. I went to go search up Abigail. Wait.
Holding.
How do you spell this name? Oh, the movie. Found it.
It is based on a reimagining of the 1936 Universal classic monsters film Dracula's Daughter.
Oh, I also, yeah, no, this has been filming for a while, goddamn.
Mhm.
But yeah, I keep getting ads for this, and I'm like going to watch like a Minecraft movie like show, and I'm like, why the fuck is it showing? It's like midnight, like please. But I've never really actually sat down and watched
uh,
like an actual like horror movie, and I think that's because in my head I was like, I want to be one of those like I want to watch a horror movie with my boyfriend on like
mhm.
Halloween kind of aesthetic, and that just never happened. That I don't. We
See,
instead watch Lord of the Rings.
easiest way to watch a horror movie without watching a horror movie. Uh, Let me find their YouTube channel and give them a shout out. Even though everyone probably knows what I'm talking about. Dead Meat on YouTube. They have 6.39. They have
Huh?
6.39 million subscribers. They do kill counts where they like count the kills in the movies, right? But while they're doing it, they give like a plot synopsis and show like clips from the movie. So you basically get to like watch the entire movie in like 20 to 30 minutes, see all the kills, and understand all the lore.
Damn.
I've seen every like Friday the 13th movie, every Halloween movie and stuff without ever watching them, just from watching the kill counts. They're actually pretty sick.
And what's the best one so far?
The best what?
The best horror movie that has, from
The
your
the best
watching.
horror movie?
For just from your kill counting.
I would say my favorite horror movie, I guess it's not really horror, but it is sort of horror. Maybe it's considered horror. I don't know. I'm gonna consider it horror. If it's not considered horror, fuck you, cry about it. Which I actually did watch randomly is The Menu. The Menu's a wild movie.
That's a horror movie?
Have you seen it?
No.
Do you care about it?
I was gonna watch it. Wait, don't they like there's like isn't it cannibalism?
No.
That's what my mom kept saying it was.
No. So like it's just like a weird, I don't even know how to describe it really. It's almost like a Midsummer Hereditary thing where like I don't even know where to like
I never
begin.
watched Midsommar.
Can I say like
Yeah, go
no?
ahead.
Oh, you don't care? Okay, spoilers for The Menu if you care. It came out in 2022. Skip ahead like I don't know, like 3 minutes or something. Yeah, so it's basically just like a bunch of rich people. They like go to this island, and then it's supposed to be like some rich fancy ass like meal, but the plan is that everyone there is actually like gonna die. And the meals are like like there's one where they just like lay out a tarp and a guy just like it's like fuck it, like he like kills himself or like gets shot or something. It's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, everyone's pretty much like dying and getting killed and murdered and stuff.
I thought this was like The Bear, huh?
No, it is like nothing to do about the cooking. It's like a weird, like it's like a take on.
It's like you go into the movie theater thinking it's one thing and then it's actually
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other thing.
yeah. No, 100%, 100%.
Interesting. Did not know that. Not know
Very
that
interesting movie though. But yeah, I just think it's wild that like, I think it's wild that anyone would come out and say that about anyone in the industry, but like, to say that about like another woman who's just trying to like, she's just doing her own thing, and then also to not only like, if you want to say she's a bad actress, like that's your thing, you do that, but to just randomly bring in like looks into it, it just feels, I don't know, it's just
unnecessary.
It's just confusing why she did it. I'm pretty sure she did it like to like a class she was teaching. So
what?
Yeah, just like she was like teaching a class or like in front of a class, and she like said it to a class full of like film
That's
people.
crazy.
And so it's like also just teaching the next generation like the wrong thing.
Yeah,
So, just kind of wild.
Yeah. I don't know how she got that take.
Yeah,
Personally, I think Sydney Sweeney is like gorgeous, and if like she wants to hit me up and like want to be besties, like, get on the Minecraft stream with me, I got you. You good, dude?
I'm trying to figure out what Jennifer AI is.
Is that one of your topic names?
Yeah.
What is Jennifer AI?
Jennifer.
When did you write those?
On the 18th.
What were you doing on the 18th?
I don't know. Who's Jennifer? Oh my god, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking about wild things that happen in the film industry and movies, right? Did
Mhm.
you see this Netflix AI shit?
No.
I feel like you've like had a life now, and I'm like still chronically online. All right,
No, I
guys.
have a
What?
chronically online message, so I can,
Okay, so I guess we're just on different parts of the internet. Okay, basically, there was this person named Jennifer Pan who
Jennifer.
lived in Canada back in.
Oh, I'm from Canada.
She lived in Canada, and she was involved in some sort of like murder to hire plot. She like killed someone, I guess, committed murder, right? In
Yeah.
2010. And so Netflix made a documentary. Now, important to note, it's not like a retelling or something like that where they get a random hot actor to play the killer and it's controversial like they normally do, right? This is like docu-style documentary telling what happened, okay? In
Mhm.
this documentary, the people who made it made AI images of Jennifer, a real person who actually did these killings
I
and stuff,
did see
and they made
this.
AI images of her looking happy that do not exist to try to show that she was happy, which is
Yes.
crazy. And then didn't disclose that they were AI and did not explain, like, didn't
So when you go
disclose
into the
at all.
documentary, you will see like her hand being
Like
like
weirdly fucked up,
double
like, yeah.
fingers and
And
like
there's
it's
just
like
like
not
stuff.
even like well done.
Yeah. But it's like, even if it was well done, it's like crazy and scary to think that like they're using AI to push a narrative that doesn't exist in a documentary that's supposed to be like
Documentaries out of everything
facts.
too.
Yeah, like if you do that in a different show, it's like kind of weird, but it like is what it is. But doing it in a documentary where they're altering like old photos of her or like making new photos that do not exist and showing her like smiling and happy and having a good time when like that didn't happen is like really scary and weird. And like they don't have to disclose it or they didn't disclose it. Like that's scary to see.
Yeah, and like I was gonna say something. They have done it, I believe, in other shows as well, but like it's not as bad because it's not a documentary. But there's a show called The Circle, which I think is like a dating show. I forget what it is, but they basically instead of having an actual person, they made it an AI. And I don't know if this is for
Publicity.
say the word, thank you, or like marketing.
Uh-huh.
But the face they used for the AI, they made a TikTok, and they were like had no clue that they were on
Oh,
the
like the
show.
actual person who
Yeah,
like it.
the
Damn,
actual
that's
person.
weird.
So like again, I don't know for sure if that's like guaranteed he had no clue or maybe he
Mm-hmm.
was just doing it for show, but that was yeah, that was the AI is kind of
Through
spooky.
through an article about this Jennifer thing, I found out that uh people watching HBO's True Detective realize that in the background of like scenes, there's
Mhm.
AI generated posters that are on the wall that just like don't make sense and look kind of like wonky. So
Interesting.
instead of getting actual posters or I don't know if they need like the rights to certain like posters and stuff like that, they just have like AI generated ones. And I
Mhm.
know as well there's a movie that just came out called Civil War, and they were kind of in the news lately because most of their marketing campaign involved making AI, because like the movie's basically about if America like currently in some weird dystopian future like had a civil war. And so they used AI to like generate images of like dystopian futuristic like war torn areas of America of like famous landmarks and stuff, which for that like that I really don't agree with, because for something like that, at the very least you can just like get an artist to make them and then
Mhm.
someone's getting paid and has a job.
But instead they're taking away
And
jobs
yeah,
and they're
instead they're taking
using
away
a
jobs and they're just
robot.
going, oh, this AI can just make this for us. So
Speaking about like documentaries and all that jazz, do you know the YouTube channel called The Watcher? Not The Watcher, just Watcher.
I didn't know what they were called, but seeing a picture of them I do know them. Yes.
I personally have never heard of The Watcher, but I heard a lot about them this week because they are. I think they do like they're
One of
past BuzzFeed
yeah, yeah.
hosts.
I know them from BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
And they
sure.
do shows like these are their names of it: Ghost Files, Mystery Files, Road
Mhm.
Files, Puppet History. So it seems like a lot of like mystery stuff. I've been like trying to
Yeah,
research this
it's
about it.
it's a lot of, from what I know, because I feel like I've watched a few of their videos in the past. It's a lot of like true crime or like ghost stories and stuff where they
Mm-hmm.
talk over like cases that happened, and sometimes they try to like solve them and shit.
But basically, on let me get the correct day. Hold, I just had it and now it's gone. Videos. 3 days ago. So the hold was on the 20th. Maybe
Yeah, the 19th,
we're
20th.
recording this on a Monday.
Yeah.
They announced that they are taking their content off of YouTube and making their own streaming service called WatcherTV.com, and you can buy this service for $5.99 a month, or you can pay $60 a year, which fans were not very happy about,
Mm-hmm.
as they made it very, very, very heard on social media. I did not know they only
Oh,
have
very vocal.
2 million subscribers only, so
I
that's like
think,
nothing, man.
and it's
But
also two.
goddamn,
It's 2.8 million, so it's like almost 3.
I think I got every single one of my TikTok.
I think they have a large fan base from their BuzzFeed days still that like maybe don't know about the new shit. Because like looking at them, I know who they are, but if you told me to name them, I wouldn't be able to say that's Watcher. I'd
I
know them
never
from BuzzFeed.
watched BuzzFeed.
I don't think I ever like went out of my way and watched them, but like sometimes random videos, I'll admit it. I succumb to clickbait sometimes. So
But yeah,
it looked
people
interesting.
were not really happy about this, especially because they said we want to keep the price low enough where anybody and everyone is able to afford it, but it also has
Hmm.
to support the things that we do here.
Yeah,
People
so
just thought it was very greedy and just
yeah,
not.
another reason a lot of people hated it, I saw, like the main reason that I saw is that when you're a YouTube channel like this, because they do like all different kinds of shows, right?
Mhm.
You might not be a fan of like everything they do. You might just be a fan of one of their series, right? And now, instead of being able to just watch that series when it comes out, it's behind a paywall on a different service, and people are talking about like, oh, the show that I watch on your channel, you guys release like 1 maybe 2 episodes a month, so you want me to be paying this subscription when like on paper you're like, oh, for $6 a month you're getting all these videos, but if you only watch that series, it's like I'm paying $6 a month for one video.
And also to add on to that, they already have a Patreon, which is also $5, where
Mm-hmm.
they post podcast content. Who wants to listen to their podcast? You have ours, prompting
True.
subscribers to state they will be pulling their support. And they have less than 6,000 paid members in that. So it's like I feel like not even
Yeah.
like a smart financial move. Like they don't even
Yeah.
have that on the Patreon, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
um they have now, I don't know if you saw this, they have now
Yes, they
tried
have.
walking it back and saying that videos will come to YouTube just a month late now and become free.
Yeah. But
But
I don't watch them, so I don't
but
care.
now
That was
but
your
now it's but now it's even deeper. It's like, okay, then even less people are going to pay for this now then, because it's just getting a video like a month earlier. And I feel like these aren't very time restricted videos where you're
yeah.
like
You don't have to like
I
you
want
need
it
to
up to
watch
date
it right
now.
now.
Yeah.
Mm.
So definitely an
So,
interesting decision.
do you have another topic about media? What's happening?
You know, that reminds me, people talking shit, right? Um
Fortnite. No.
no.
Fuck.
Very, very funny clip that just happened today. So if you don't know,
Now you
baseball
know.
exists,
If you
and
don't know, now you know.
coaches in baseball will sometimes get kicked out of games for being very vocal and like yelling at the umpire or whatever, right? Which the umpire, there's like behind the like plate umpire is like the main guy, but then there's like ones at each base. but they're basically like the refs of baseball, if you will, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a game of the Yankees today, and the coach was getting into it with the ump, and the ump basically said, like, yo, shut the fuck up or I'm throwing him out of the game, right? Like, stop talking. You say another word, you're out of the game, right? Now, coaches in the past have continued yelling and gotten thrown out of the game, right? But he very clearly on TV, on camera, stops talking and just starts chilling out, vibing. He's not even like looking at the ump, right? And the ump goes to continue the game. A guy behind the coach, behind the dugout, in the crowd, yells something at the umpire, and the ump assumes it was the coach and kicks him out of the game. And then the coach starts freaking out and like pointing at the guy in the crowd and is like it was him, it wasn't even me, like I didn't even say anything. He like comes out, he's explaining it, and then instead of like taking accountability and just being like, yo bro, my bad, didn't realize,
was he on the other team? Like supporting the other guy, like
no, the guy's like behind the Yankees dugout wearing a Yankees cap. He's like a Yankees fan.
Oh, okay.
He's just vocal and was like, yo, fuck you, ump. And it ended up getting the coach kicked out. And the coach, like I said, he like came out and he was trying to plead his case and explain, and he perfectly explains what happens. But instead of being like a reasonable person and accepting, me like, ah shit, like I messed up, the umpire decided to just stand by his wrong ruling and just throw the coach out anyways. And so the coach got thrown out because a fan yelled at the ump.
That would be pissed.
Which is crazy. And it was like
so
really
mad.
early into the game too. Like that shit is great. And even the commentators were saying like he clearly didn't say anything. And they were like
they have video evidence?
Yeah. It is on TV. There's a shot of they even like slowed it down in replay where they show the coach not saying anything, and you can see the guy behind the coach yell out something. And then people don't know if this was just a coincidence or not, but when they were showing the guy on TV who did it and stuff like that, they were like, yo, yeah, this guy in the blue shirt, right? Or like blue jacket. And then a little bit later in the game, the guy took his blue jacket off. I think to try to like still watch the game and be like, it wasn't me, I swear.
I'm just sitting here.
I'm a different guy, I promise. So yeah, that was really
so
funny.
mad.
But like, yeah, if you're a Yankees player or if you're that coach, like voice crack. If you're that coach, like you are pissed off.
I'm surprised. I would be pissed.
It's like he so blatantly was just like not saying anything, just chilling out, and then just gets kicked out of the game.
Now Fortnite. My original question.
Two big news of Fortnite. What is your original question?
My original one was take the L, but like let me talk about the one person that we have mentioned every single episode of the podcast.
Welcome to, you guessed it, the Billie Eilish podcast.
Session.
That's right, this is the Billie Eilish podcast.
If you guys do not know, Fortnite has a mode called Fortnite Festival, and that means that Billie Eilish is the new contender.
Basically, let me rewind it. So Fortnite has a mode called Fortnite Festival, and when it came out,
what did I say?
So you said that, and then you said, and that means Billie, and you didn't explain why Billie. So
well, it just means that Billie. I don't think you have to explain anything else, man.
Yeah, Fortnite has Fortnite Festival, and basically that's a mode that is a lot like Guitar Hero or Rock Band, where it's a rhythm game, play to different songs, but you know they're current songs rather than, because I don't think there's any like current Rock Band games or anything going on. Anyways, yeah, and you can do it all in Fortnite. Basically, the mode launched with The Weeknd as their sort of like cover guy, right? And each season it appears a Fortnite Festival, they have like an icon that sort of like the face of Fortnite Festival. They have their own battle pass just for that mode, and so each time there's like a new artist, you earn certain skins or certain instrument skins based around that artist. You can get like certain songs on them. And yes, as Mckenzie said, it was first leaked, but people weren't sure if it was official, and it has been officially announced that Billie Eilish is the new season face of Fortnite Festival, which will be out while you're listening to this, because it comes out tomorrow, Tuesday.
And the songs that are being added is All the Good Girls Go to Hell, Therefore I Am, Happier Than Ever, and then the Battle Pass one, Oxytocin.
Now, as a resident Billie Eilish stan, are you excited
Why the
about this? Because I know you've got
do
some
they
words.
have always the green hair and the green suit? Like, I understand. It's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's been, like, it's, like, just put it away.
I was
like,
thinking the same thing, but it just popped in my head. I think, like, number one, I feel like that's her most, like, iconic look in terms of people outside of the Billie Eilish sphere. Like, if they don't know Billie Eilish, they see the green hair and stuff, they're like, oh, yeah, that's Billie Eilish. Whereas if they just put in, like,
but the
a
green
blonde hair or something.
Fine. But, like,
and
whole outfit is neon green. I am not going to be playing Fortnite in a neon green outfit. I'll blend in with nothing.
Your girl made that her color for a large part of her career, including her first sneaker collaboration, which she is wearing in the game.
She is wearing, that is true.
But yeah, that's pretty exciting. I think
it'll be pretty exciting.
It'll be cool to see Billie in Fortnite.
But I don't need it. I don't need it.
And
because I don't play Fortnite, it's a waste of money.
Because Billie Eilish is coming to Fortnite, that confirms that the leaks were real. And so the leaks being real basically confirms the entire future of Fortnite for a while. So there's going to be, like, no surprises. And so the future artists are most likely, unless, I guess they're subject to change still, but the future artists are Billie Eilish this Tuesday, and then in June, apparently Metallica, then Karol G in August, and then Snoop Dogg is coming out in October. And then it also confirmed like a One Piece collab, I think. There's, like, a whole Marvel season that's coming again.
I don't play Fortnite. I don't need the skin. Unless someone wants to give me the skin, I'll take it. But, like, I don't need it. Unless someone wants to pay for me, I'm not spending the money. I'm not doing it. But, like, I kind of want to get it. But I don't play the game, so it's useless. But, like, it's Billie Eilish, and I like
how much gameplay have you gotten out of your Star Wars skins that you bought, like the recent ones?
Not a lot, but it's okay. I don't need to think about it. It's okay. I don't need it, but, like, I could get it.
So we'll update you guys next week on whether or not Mckenzie has the Billie Eilish Fortnite skin.
My username is Madjet_. If anyone wants to gift me it, it'll be there.
But people are saying Fortnite is going soft. And it's for, which, I mean, it's like kind of for kids. Basically, Fortnite is coming out with a controversial update, and controversial by means of people want to be toxic and be trolls because it's kind of funny. Basically, if you don't know, Fortnite has emotes. They're very iconic, obviously. And in Fortnite, when you kill somebody, if you, like, wipe out their whole squad, then they start spectating you. Or, like, if you down someone, you can, like, emote at them. And a lot of people do certain emotes, like there's, like, the take the L emote where you're dancing with an L on your forehead. There's certain laughing emotes and stuff that they use to, you know, obviously be toxic, be like, yo, you suck, or, like, laugh at you, stuff like that. And Fortnite is adding a setting where you can just make it so those emotes do not exist. And if anybody does them, you won't see them. And you can't get mad at anyone doing it because you won't know that they did it. How do you feel about this?
Nobody even has Take the L. Only, like, the OGs do, so, like, grow up. I don't know. I saw this video on TikTok of this, like, 5-year-old getting their first, like, victory out.
Oh my god, yeah.
Their eyes out.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that too?
Yeah, and he, like, runs his mom downstairs and he's like, look.
Yeah, look.
Very cute. But now I can't kill that kid and then do Take the L and make him cry of sadness because he might disable that. But it's fine anyways because I just do the popular dance.
Sing it, John.
Speaking about that emote's back, and I think The Weeknd might be, like, the guy who's in the item shop the most, bro. He was in for like 40 billion days in a row, and then finally he left, and then he's come back like 3 times already.
I just feel like Billie Eilish ain't gonna be in the item shop. I gotta play it to like get.
Well,
Like,
usually how the skins have worked so far is there's a skin in the item shop that you can get that might have some variants, and then there's a separate skin that's in the Fortnite Festival
right
Pass.
Keep going.
That's maxed out as the pass. So it sort of encourages you to play through the entire pass to get the extra variant of the skin or the skin in general if you just want to buy the pass instead of buying it from the item shop. But Mckenzie also sent me a very funny tweet earlier where people are trying to bait people into pre-saving Billy's new album by saying that Epic Games confirmed that pre-saving the album gives you a chance of getting the skin for free, which I think is really, really funny because if anyone falls for that, then they're kind of dumb and free promo. But yeah, that reminds me, Billie Eilish, Mckenzie has a lot of Billie Eilish things in her room. I do have a lot of
Billie Eilish things.
I ended last podcast by teasing me talking about my room makeover, and it's actually changed
That's true.
to life makeover. And Mckenzie, on the hot mic right now, as you promised on stream, what do you think about my new haircut that I changed for the first time since high school? And you have to be honest, you can say if it doesn't look good.
I'm scrolling to go see the haircut. I forgot that I was doing this. Up.
If it doesn't look good, then that's fine. You can tell me and be honest.
I feel like, honestly, it's kind of the same. You just have glasses now.
It is not the same. My hair used to go to the side. It no longer goes to the side. It goes straight. It's also a lot shorter than what I normally kept my hair. I'm
gonna be honest, most guy haircuts look the same. I'm flipping with the photos. You kind of look like the same. You just got glasses on now.
Here. Let me send. Yep. Lay down a beat.
Yeah. Okay. When you
compare
waiting music,
compare it to this when I was in Canada. Like it looks way different.
That's true. Your hair goes to the side.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like the new one is very up to date. I feel like the other one, I do think it looks better. Let's go. I feel like the other haircut you have, if you poof your hair down, you'll look like Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. But now it goes forward.
I made the right decision then. Shout out my hairdresser barber.
Did they suggest it?
No, I did. I just, know, I'm in a moment of change in my life, and
You're in a change. I've been
meaning to change my hairstyle for a while, but I've been I want to say too scared, but not too scared. Just what if it looks bad, or what if this, what if that, and then I also don't really like talking to people, so it was way easier to just be yep, do the normal, instead of being yo, actually we're gonna do this. But I decided to change and be yo, we're gonna do this. But just like my haircut, I'm undergoing many changes in life. I also bought my first piece of jewelry. My first I never really had accessories like a lot of people. I know you like your rings. A lot of people have rings, bracelets, necklaces, and the such. And I am going to start delving into that and seeing if I like accessories.
So wait, what did you get?
I got a bracelet.
Silver, gold? What is it?
Let me look for the photo. It's a silver. I like silver, but I know there's apparently some sort of science to it, or some sort of your skin tone look better with this, that, the other thing. But I don't know anything about that, and I just kind of like the look of silver more on me, so I got silver. That is what I got.
Let me look at it.
Yes.
Whoa, jump scare.
Damn, I'm that ugly?
No, but I wasn't even a photo of you. Wait, this is expensive.
My got myself a little bracelet. I bought it secondhand. I didn't buy it new, so.
Is it Clover's?
It's cheaper. I don't know how to describe it. That's why I'm not describing it. Because
So you're
I don't even know how.
silver girly.
I am a silver girly. Because I feel like, I don't know. Just like, I've had, like in high school, I got like a watch. And it was like colored gold or like painted gold or gold plate, whatever. It wasn't like super expensive, crazy gold Rolex. But I don't know. I just don't really like gold on me that much. I think silver looks better. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters is if I'm happy with myself. Because I don't care what you guys think about if silver looks good on me or not.
Do you ever do the test?
That's what I was talking about. Like, I don't know.
Let's do the test right now.
How do you do the test? Like, what?
Gold and silver test.
How do you do that?
That's a good question.
Like, I don't.
Is gold, silver,
gold versus silver match your necklace to your
quiz.
skin tone and undertone. Types of skin tone. Fair.
Let's do a buzz.
Fair,
you know,
fair skin is very light and sensitive to the sun. Typically, people with blonde or red hair have fair skin. Light skin is slightly darker than fair skin, but also tends to burn quickly in the sun. Medium skin tones are often described as olive. Not only are they darker than the previous two, but they also less red, tan well.
We're doing a BuzzFeed quiz. Open it up, John.
Hang on. First, I wanna read this. Types of skin undertones. There's warm undertones. So you have warm undertones if your skin has golden, peachy, or yellow underlying colors. Cool if your skin has hints of blue or pink tones. Neutral means you have both cool and warm, or your undertone is the same as your actual skin color. If you conduct a light test, the easiest way to determine your skin undertones by doing the light test for this, you simply use a light or flashlight and shine it over the veins in your wrist. If your veins appear purple or blue, you have cool undertones. Green or yellow means that you have warm undertones. If you have neutral, you will find it hard to see your veins. Consider the color of your eyes and your hair. People with green, blue, or gray eyes and blonde, brown, or black hair typically have cool undertones. On the other hand, people with hazel, brown, or amber eyes and black, strawberry, blonde, or red hair have warm undertones. Is gold or silver better for your skin tone or your undertone? It's best to keep both your skin tone and skin undertone in mind when choosing. Okay. Darker skin tones usually have warmer undertones, which complement gold, bronze, copper, and brass beautifully. Often people with fairer skin have cooler undertones and would look great in white, gold, platinum, and silver, which works out perfectly because I think I have cooler undertones. So
we'll figure that out with the BuzzFeed quiz.
Let's find out.
BuzzFeed tells us
Wait,
everything.
This is really funny. You know how you said I'm a silver girly?
Yeah.
The subtitle of this quiz is 100% a silver girly.
Oh.
Did you write this?
It's telling you. Shit.
Do
Alright, do we have warm or cool tone skin?
I think I have cool tone skin. I think.
I was gonna say I have warm tone skin.
Because from what I was reading in the last thing.
I'm also pale as fuck. I'm gonna go warm tone.
What describes the color of your veins?
What's the color of your veins? My veins are kind of like. Let me get the flashlight out real quick.
Mine are blue. I'm blue.
I would say mine's purple. What's the best describe? English. What best describes your skin tone? John, what describes my skin tone? Reddish, bluish, yellowish, olive, greenish, or other?
I'm gonna be honest, like I don't even know. Am I part of the blue man group if my skin tone is bluish? Like I don't.
What is a green?
No, because I understand like an olive skin tone sort of thing, but like greenish, are you like sort of dying and your skin is turning green? Like I don't get that.
Oh, so I blanked on what my also was.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm just gonna click.
Go other.
I'm gonna click bluish because I said my veins were blue, so
maybe
I'm blue.
I'll go yellowish. My hair is brown. The options were brown, black, blonde, red, dyed, or other.
What would you consider my hair blonde or brown?
Yours is blonde.
Okay.
You're like a really light fucking blonde. Very important question. Are you a morning bird or a night owl?
What does this have to do with anything?
I am a night owl.
What is your favorite kind of jewelry? Oh, I thought it was gonna ask silver or gold, and I was like, is that just gonna
I
be the
know.
answer?
I was like, what?
I feel like I have to say bracelet because I
I
only
don't
own a
like
bracelet now that I've bought a
bracelets
bracelet.
because I have really small wrists. I
I
do love
actually
wearing a
I ran into
necklace and
I ran into the opposite problem. I ordered the bracelet and then I also had to get on Amazon like a small silver bracelet like extension because it's a little too small.
oh, I didn't know those existed.
Yeah.
Because I need the opposite. I like even like for like belts because
Uh
I
huh.
don't think I've ever done with jewelry, but belts. My dad would have to get a nail and a hammer to make an extra hole in the belt so I can actually use it.
I know you
But
use like shoestring a lot.
yeah, I use. No, that
Shoe
wasn't really a
or
belt. That was just
string or
more like a
yeah, yeah, to just hold
fashion
yeah, yeah.
statement. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Um, but I do love having a necklace and dangling with it. Earrings, I don't really switch out my earrings. I want to get more piercings though. I do love my rings. I have a fidget ring, which makes me like it a
Mm-hmm.
lot. And I'm not a big anklet person because I don't like it. It annoys me. It really annoys me so much.
Have you tried?
I think I'm gonna go necklace. I think I tried when I was little, but
Okay.
not recently. Now, what eye color does everyone have? Do we have brown, hazel, green, blue, gray, or other? I would say I have hazel eyes.
I think mine are like a bluish green. My eye color apparently like slightly changes depending on like what
Me
I'm
too.
wearing.
I have green eyes in the
Like when
sun or brown eyes in darkness.
you know the Brent crew neck that we
Yes.
have. Apparently, when I wear that, according to someone who I went to school with in high school, they said it. My eyes like match that color, kind of. I guess that would be
Interesting.
greenish, bluish. I'll say greenish. Fuck it.
I think you're. Let me go look at the photos. Yeah, I say green. I didn't really look at the photo. I was just. What is your favorite season? Mine is autumn.
Mine, I'm gonna say spring.
I got gold jewelry.
I got silver jewelry.
That's perfect. I only wear gold
That's
jewelry.
perfect. I bought silver jewelry.
Gold jewelry is known to complement black and brown eyes and dark colored hair. Those with greenish veins and warm undertones usually look best in gold too. Also, if your wardrobe is mostly warm colors like red, orange, yellow, gold, would probably work best for you. Of course, remember to wear what you want and what makes you feel good.
Silver jewelry is known to complement blue or green eyes and light colored hair. That describes me. Those with bluish veins, also me, and cool undertones usually look best in silver too. Also, if your wardrobe is mostly cool colors like blues, greens, purples, silver would probably work best for you. Of course, remember to wear what you want and whatever makes you feel good.
Copying what mine said, what the fuck?
W.
W, we figured it out. Let us know in the Discord. Are you a silver girly or are you a gold girly?
And we are using girly non-genderedly because everyone's a girly.
That is true. If you're not a girly, be a girly. Do better.
Anyways, back to my room.
Yes.
I'm finally also because we got the new haircut. We ordered some
We got the
accessories.
bracelet.
I plan on getting like a necklace, maybe a ring or two, right? Well,
Mhm.
I
Are we gonna rock
also
the earrings?
don't think so right now. I haven't committed to that. Not yet, not yet. But
Not
maybe
yet,
someday.
not yet.
Maybe someday. But I'm also redoing my wardrobe, which I've been talking about for a while. But I finally got rid of like a bunch of clothes. I would say half. I guess around half, 3/4 ish. I got rid of a lot of clothes. Like there's like 5 or 6 bags of clothes because I sort of hit this point where like there was a bunch of clothes from like high school that like just didn't really fit my style anymore and like I didn't really wear. And there was also like a lot of artist merch that I used to buy because I used to just buy all of the merch when an artist that I like came out with clothes without thinking about if I actually liked it or wanted to wear it and stuff like that. Or there would be like gifts that like I felt bad getting rid of, but like I wasn't really gonna wear it. You know what I mean?
How many socks did you keep?
I kept most of my socks. The only socks I really got rid of was like sometimes for Christmas, my mom would get me like those like 12 days of socks things for like she got me a Harry Potter one once, and she got me like an Office one once, which is cool, but they don't make them for people with really big feet like me, so they never fit, and I never was able to wear them. So I just had random socks taking up room.
Fun, fun.
But yeah, so I'm doing that. I plan on picking up some new clothes, which is going to be exciting. And then also, I'm finally redoing my rooms. For those of you who don't know, last summer, I moved into a new house. And when I did that, I got rid of most of my furniture because I wanted to redo my room. Well, you know those memes online where it's like, this is all men need to be happy, and it's like a chair on the floor and like a TV?
Are you that man?
My room for almost a year now, because it's coming up to summer, I would say like 3/4 of a year, was just my mattress on the floor. And then on one side of my room, there was a bunch of boxes from when I moved that had all of my stuff in it. Like all my
Not a
like
fan?
collectibles or anything. And it's like I didn't need to use them for my everyday life. And I just sort of became complacent. It was like, yeah, this is fine. I can just sleep on my mattress on the floor and not have any decorations or anything. But now I have people coming over. So I was like,
He's
I
a
was
bit
like,
popular.
I should probably get stuff in my room. So yeah, I started getting stuff in my room. I got like all new sheet set and stuff like that. I got 2 garment racks that I have, and those look those are pretty cool. They're like white. They're made out of like white pipes, so they're sort of like
Oh.
industrial-ish vibe.
What is the
And
vibe of the room you're trying to get?
it's just the vibe. Like I like right now, I used to be like I wanted everything all black. I wanted blackout curtains. I wanted RGB everything. But now
You're in your emo
my
phase.
taste has evolved, and I like light wood colors, and like I want to get some like fake plants. I want it to just feel like cozy and chill. You know what I mean? And so like I got these 2 garment racks because um I saw I've seen like people with them, I guess, or like stuff like that on TikTok, but also the main one that made me want to get garment racks a while ago is Chelsea Cutler has 2, and
Mm-hmm.
she like posted a really aesthetic photo on her Visco once of them, and I thought it looked really sick, so I got them, and it is pretty sick because like I now have these 2 garment racks, and on the bottom they have space for my shoes. So I put like 3 pairs of shoes on each, and then I have 1 garment rack for like hoodies and one for jackets, and sort of like evenly spaced, and it just sort of looks
Ooh.
aesthetic and vibey and nice.
I
Um,
like the
and
aesthetic
then
and
I'm
vibey and
planning on getting
nice.
like a big old stand up mirror for the corner of the room by that. Um, I've got a bet. Yo, furniture is expensive.
Yeah.
But there's this bed frame that I really like. And if you know one thing about me, it's that once I kind of like want something, I like really like it. And it's really hard for me to get off of that thing because I kind of like really like that thing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I'll look for like dupes and stuff like that of something, like cheaper versions. And if I find one, great. But if I don't, then I'm kind of sad. There's a bed frame that I really, really, really like. Problem, ding, it's $1,600. Solution, look for a dupe. Problem, ding, no one makes a dupe, right? So I got really, really sad, and I was just started looking at other bed frames, and I found some other bed frames that like they looked okay, but it's not like the one. Like I would have been content with it, but I wouldn't have been happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have been fulfilled. Then I found out, which it's like low key a scam if you think about like the money to what you're getting ratio. But if you think about how much the bed frame overall costs, it's a crazy steal. I found out that the brand actually sells just the hardware that you can buy. So instead of
The
getting,
hardware?
because basically what the bed frame, let me get you a picture for those of you who at home want to look it up. It's from
Now you're never gonna get
Floyd
it.
Home. It's from Floyd. It's called the bed frame. I know, really crazy name. Um but basically, let me see if I can get you a picture here. No, that one doesn't have it. No, that one doesn't have it. Where's the photo? Where's the one? Where's one of these has a photo? One of these has a quick,
Look at the photo, guys.
quick. Start talking to.
So basically, the political stance that
Whoa,
I don't know what.
whoa. Okay, yeah, this picture will do.
Oh
Um,
my god.
so basically, the bed frame is like just planks of wood, like big old planks of wood, with these like little sort of brackets that also double as like feet to sit on, right? Like for the bed to like rest on. And so for $280, you can get just those little, like, just the little brackets, right? So when you think about the like
You get the
cost to what
brackets, you get the
you're
wood
$260.
yourself.
Yeah. So when you think about like the cost to what you're getting in terms of like just wow, I'm paying $260 for that, doesn't look good. But buying the wood yourself is like way infinitely cheaper, and they offer the like dimensions for the wood so you know exactly what to say. So I'm gonna buy the hardware and then go with my papa, my father, to Home Depot and get them to cut the wood exactly how I need it, and then we'll be able to build my bed frame for way cheaper than $1,600, and I'll have a $1,600 bed frame that I really like for not $1,600. And so I'm
We
excited about that.
are becoming. I don't know the name of it. I was sitting here thinking, what do you do when you construction make
Yeah,
man?
construction
Yeah,
worker. Bob the
worker. Yeah,
Builder. We're
he's
becoming
been
Bob the
Bob.
Builder.
Yes, everyone refer to him as Bob. Please, and thank you.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really
If you got
excited.
this far on the podcast, can get a hey Bob in the Discord.
Yeah, give us a hey
And
Bob.
add John. And
But
it's
yeah,
gonna be like the next day, so we're gonna be completely lost.
I'm just really excited about like finally doing my
The new
room how I want, and
era.
just like yeah, just starting anew, starting fresh. Just feels like a, you know what I mean? Like redoing your room when you have everything in your room feels like such a big task because you got to like get all new stuff, and then you got to get rid of the stuff that you have and then put the new stuff in. But I've just got like an empty slate. So,
Yeah, no, you got
and I
like
also
a
like
perfect timing.
I even like I'm going like super aesthetic. Let me go on my Amazon and send you this. So you have clothes on hangers, yes or no?
Yes, I only have clothes on Ember.
You have clothes on hangers. You use plastic hangers, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
But I use the same ones.
I also, that's one thing that it used to annoy me is we just have like a bunch of random hangers and they weren't all the same ones. But then I started looking at hangers, and I spent more money than you would think to spend on hangers.
Is it the wooden ones?
But I am happy about it. And yes, they are wooden hangers.
You got it, guys.
And they're
you
like,
stuck in
like
the
I said,
thing.
in terms of like money for hangers, it's like, wow, you spent that much on clothes hangers, but they look very nice. They make me happy. And now,
They
like,
do be kind of nice.
even
How much? Drop the price.
so
That will be set on the Patreon. We don't have it, so you'll never hear it. Haha. If you want to.
yeah, I'm not gonna disclose the $76 that I spent on a bunch of not on just that pack. I bought like a bunch of packs, so it's like not. Yeah.
So how many hangers do you have in total now?
I spent $76. By the way, nobody is allowed to judge me for my money. I'm an adult. I have a job. I can buy whatever the fuck I want.
His dad owns Epic Games. You want to get banned?
Yup. I bought 72 hangers.
Do you have more clothes than that?
No. I think that's enough hangers for all my clothes. Especially because I got rid of a lot of clothes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And like
that's like $1 a hanger.
And like already, like the vibes are vibing, because like now I have the garment rack with like my hoodies and my jackets hanging, and then they're on those hangers, which are like aesthetic, and so it like just livens up the room, just gives more going on, you know.
Because you see it, you know,
yeah,
like
exactly.
yours is not like hidden.
I just feel good about it, and then like finally, like I used to always want blackout curtains to not let any sun through, but now I kind of just want like regular curtains and then just blinds, because unfortunately my mom keeps the light out on, like the light by the door on at all times, and I seem to be always at wherever that light is in every single house that I live in, and it's very annoying. But I want some like sunlight in my room. I'm no longer a hermit gamer boy. I like the sun.
Sorry. As you guys know, when we do the podcast, we scroll on Twitter.
Yes.
Coachella ended this weekend. Why
Yes.
are they posting about advanced sales
Oh,
begin
you
Friday?
just saw that? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, by the way, Coachella sales start May 3rd without the lineup being known at all. But according to leaks and rumors, Olivia Rodrigo and Dua Lipa, I haven't seen as much on Dua Lipa, I only saw one post about Dua Lipa, but apparently Olivia Rodrigo is headlining next year as one of the headliners. And they had offered her a headlining spot this year, but she couldn't do it, so apparently she's doing it next year.
Does that still make Billie
Yeah,
the youngest to headline?
How old was Billie when she headlined it?
I don't know.
How old was Billie Eilish
Coachella headline?
She was 20.
Ah, she's 21 right now.
There we go. GG's.
She's our age, John.
Yeah, also I'm really excited because in this new era of me trying to like overhaul my closet and everything, right? I've always wanted to go thrifting, but I didn't know about any like good thrift store. So I say good thrift stores, and I'm sort of like, let me back up. I understand.
Backtrack real quick.
Because it's like, I don't want to say this and it come off like the wrong way.
Thrifting isn't like trendy, like it is.
So
like,
so
he's not doing it.
I want to find trendy thrift stores that are not necessarily like thrift stores, but more just like shops that collect like vintage clothes.
Those are so overpriced, John.
I know they're very overpriced.
I don't know if we should. I don't know.
But that is sort of like the vibe I'm going for. I'm not trying to take away from the less fortunate.
But the thing is, those thrift stores go to like value. We have valuation?
We have like Goodwill.
Okay, they go to Goodwill and then they find it and then they take it and they upprice it. So you could be the one that first go to.
This store is one that like people bring their stuff to, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I went to one where they stole it and I was like, I thought it was a normal thrift store when I was little and I was like, this is not what I wanted.
As I was gonna say,
why are they $200?
I was
this
looking.
Is not what I signed up for.
I was looking at a skate shop that's sort of in my area because there's a pair of Dunks coming out that I kind of want, and I want to know.
Because he's a skater boy.
I want to know if
he said, "See you later, boy."
I want to know if they're getting the Dunks, and I emailed them, and they didn't reply to me. So I don't know if they're getting the Dunks, but I was like looking, and then I found out that they also own a vintage store, and I looked at it, and it's exactly the sort of thing that I'm looking for, and the prices actually seem pretty good, and they do crazy deals. Oh. So, like, I wish I knew about this place earlier. So this store is 2 floors, okay?
Okay, that's already fancy.
And the first floor is, like, always open, but the second floor is sort of like a seasonal thing that they, like, switch up every once in a while. And last season, to, like, sort of clear it out and get ready, like, right now it's closed, and apparently they're like, restocking and getting ready for, like, spring, summer, right? Well, last season and last month, to clear it out, they had everything on their second floor, which was like a ton of items and like a ton of like really good stuff, right? As buy 5 of any of them for only $100. Any 5 items you find, pants, shirts, jackets, anything, all 5, $100 combined.
I'm assuming these are pretty fancy things.
Yeah, it's like a good like vintage shop, like, you know, like NASCAR jackets and like t-shirts and like just like old nice looking stuff and like, you know, vintage jeans. And so it's like 5 things for $100 is like great. Even just for like clothes in general, that's like a pretty good deal.
Now the question is, does your new style fuck with the Crocs?
Yeah, I like Crocs, but
okay, that's all.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to transition off. But
no, I just want to ask about Crocs.
Which I really hope they do this again. They did a thing, right? Where they had, you had to pay, I believe it was like $250, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what that got you, and there was a limited amount of slots, what that got you is you got to go to the store and go to their second floor, and for 10 minutes, you could put anything inside. They gave you like a big tote bag. You could put anything
I
inside the tote bag, and all of it was just, you got it.
I've been to a place that does that, but it was only tagged items, and I was kind of sad. And I was
Nah,
like,
this
because
place was like the entire second floor of like their like curated like good vintage stuff.
mm-hmm. But this we gotta get the update of what deals you get when you go.
I am planning on going when everyone's actually here, so we'll
I
see.
know,
We'll see like
fun.
if it's a good spot, if it's got good. But like look at the like here. I'll just send you a screen. I don't. I will not be disclosing this place
So
because it's like
it
a
is
local.
on 123.
Because like it's kind of like a local thing. So like I will not be.
He's
I'll not be like
gatekeeping, and
sharing.
he
But
is girl bossing.
like this is like a photo they posted. Like stuff like this. That's like it's just good. That's like a nice vintage sort of like Batman tee, and they got like jackets and like pants. See what I mean?
I see it.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited to
Yeah.
go, and hopefully they got some good stuff when I go, and not all the good stuff is gone. Because I know there's a kid I used to go to high school with, and I don't know if he still does it, but he used to go around to like Goodwills and stuff, but then also to shops like these, and he would just buy anything that was like good or really worth it, and then upcharge and sell it on his Instagram.
See, we don't like those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that, guys. Let everyone have a chance to get it. Or keep it for yourself. Or give it to a friend.
It's been an hour and 16 minutes. The last thing that I would leave us on.
We did it.
Is that Pitchfork rated Peppa Pig's Peppa's Adventure, the album, higher than Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department, the Anthology.
Now, I personally am not a Taylor Swift fan, but goddamn, I'm gonna be a Peppa Pig fan. Because how do you, like, some of this, okay, I forgot this happened this week. I deleted my phone. Taylor Swift came out with an album, and whenever Taylor Swift comes out with an album, it's a very big thing. But the thing with this album
sold like crazy.
It was also 30?
So basically what happened was the album came out, and then a new countdown appeared on our Instagram for 2 hours, and then at 2 a.m., she announced it was actually a double album, and it was like 30 or 31 songs and 2 hours long.
Yes, it was a long one. And people, from what I've seen, I haven't listened to it. I won't listen to it, even though my fucking day list. Wait, day list check. What's everyone's day list? What's the mood of the day list? My day list is indie romanticized evenings. You listen to Soft and Dreamy in the evening. Here's some romanticized softy, downtown vibes, and adrenaline followed and floated. What's up?
I'm actually good. Yeah,
What's yours?
I'll pass on. Texas Country Rodeo Monday night.
All right, back to Taylor Swift. Yeah. The lyrics are interesting because she's like, people are like, Taylor Swift is like the writer of our like decade. She's such a good writer. Like, I don't know what the fuck they say, but some of the lyrics is I'm trying to find it currently. I can't find them. There were so many. Oh man. John, I'm so depressed. I act like it's my birthday every day.
So Taylor Swift with hit lines such as let me find where's the
I'm trying to find it.
where's I would choose to live in the 1830s, but without all the racists. Or this is it. We would pick a decade we wish we could live in instead of this. I'd say the 1830s, but without all the racists.
Then she has another one that was about getting touched while they play GTA.
While their bros played GTA. Yeah.
So you're a
So
Taylor
the
Swift fan?
yeah. Also, there's like you know the song that went viral on TikTok. Maybe you don't, but it was like an AI Taylor Swift song that was like
No.
just like cringy and like about football because that's her boyfriend. It sort of like came to life because
Doesn't she have a
she has a
football
yeah,
song?
yeah, but someone made like an AI one before this happened. But now she has like her lyrics are, "Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me, touchdown. Call the amateurs and cut him from the team." Because when they
What a
because when they won the Super Bowl, he came running over to her instead of the trophy. Yeah,
So in
basically,
conclusion, I
I
don't
haven't
still don't like Taylor
I haven't
Swift.
listened to the album yet, and Cutie Cinderella, the resident Taylor Swift stan, said on Fear and, which came out today, that Taylor Swift has always had cringy lines, and she doesn't understand why everyone is calling her cringe now, and that she understands that Taylor Swift has cringy lines, and Swifties understand that, and it doesn't change anything.
I hate Taylor Swift.
And with
And
that,
that's the end of the podcast.
with
Thank you
that,
so
we
much for
conclude.
listening. We're back at it again every
With
single
the white
Tuesday. If the
vans.
fucking episode will ever upload onto Spotify,
True.
don't forget to rate the podcast
You
if
could
it's the
listen
first
on
time
Podbean.
listening to us. We kind of like yap, if you can't tell, and we give updates, and that's how
Yeah,
life goes.
that's pretty fun.
And
Feel free to just
I
toss
hope,
this on while you're doing something.
yeah, or add on to the convo in the Discord, or
True.
ask us a question. We like
True. We like
questions.
questions. Ask us any questions. Let us know if
But
you like
yes,
silver or gold jewelry.
let us know, let us know. But have an amazing rest of your day, your night. Say hello to your dog and cat, and do a whip and a nay nay for us. And we shall see you guys next time. Bye
Bye.
bye.